Hello everyone! Today's topic is the ninja, feared, mysterious, and iconic. These warriors of the shadows have captivated the world's imagination through anime, games, and films, but who were they really? When we hear the word ninja, most of us picture a figure in black, throwing shuriken, disappearing in smoke, or running silently across rooftops. But the truth is much of that image was created by fiction, not history. The real ninja avoided flashy combat. They operated in the shadows, gathering intel, infiltrating enemy lines, and completing missions that were dangerous, delicate, and always secret. So when did ninjas actually exist? Some records trace their origins all the way back to the 6th century, during the time of Prince Shotoku, who is said to have assigned shinobi for espionage. But they truly emerged as a recognized force during Japan's Muromachi period. They evolved from so-called villain outlaws who resisted the feudal system controlled by nobles and monks. Over time, they became known as shinobi no mono. So who hired them? What missions did they take on? The answer is simple: anyone with money. Whether it was arson, sabotage, or intelligence-gathering ninja were professionals. And survival was part of the job description. Interestingly, the term ninja only became popular in the 1950s. Before that, during the actual Sengoku period, they were known by other names: Kuza, Rappa, Supa, all depending on region and dialect. Two regions stand out in ninja history: Iga and Kōga, located in present-day Mai and Shiga prefectures. Both were surrounded by mountains, ideal for concealment and guerrilla tactics. Neither fell easily under the control of local lords. Iga ninjas were freelancers, elite professionals. They didn't pledge loyalty to any single master. Their loyalty lay with the highest bidder, and their skills had to be exceptional to stay competitive. Koga ninjas, in contrast, worked more as organized groups. They were loyal to their lords, worked locally, and often specialized in medicine, disguise, and sabotage through fire and gunpowder. Sometimes allies, sometimes rivals, these two schools of ninja coexisted during the chaotic Sengoku era. And in a moment of historical crisis, they would prove their worth by saving none other than Tokugawa Ieyasu, the man who would unite Japan. Let's talk about ninjutsu, the art of the ninja. Shuriken, smoke bombs, walking on water. These images are iconic, but ninjutsu wasn't about flashy tricks. It was about survival, deception, and precision. Smoke bombs? Yes, they existed. But without proper knowledge of gunpowder, one mistake could cost a ninja his own life. Ninjas were not just warriors, they were skilled chemists and engineers. And what about the famous bamboo snorkel technique? It was real. Ninjas would hide in ponds or rivers, using hollow tubes to breathe, less for attack, more for escape. 15 Iga and Kōga had different strengths. Kōga ninjas were masters of disguise and medicine. They traveled as monks or peddlers, collecting information and spreading disinformation without ever drawing a blade. Iga ninjas, on the other hand, were mercenaries. They had no permanent master. The better their skills, the higher their pay. In that world, loyalty was measured in gold. And yet, these silent warriors played a very loud role in one of Japan's most critical moments: the Iga escape of Tokugawa Ieyasu, following the death of Oda Nobunaga. In 1582, while Ieyasu was visiting Kyoto, Nobunaga was assassinated. Suddenly, Ieyasu found himself trapped behind enemy lines, his allies dead, and his own life in grave danger. 19, he considered suicide, but with the help of his most trusted retainer, Honda Tadakatsu, he chose to fight for survival instead. The odds were terrible, but then, the ninja arrived. 20 guided by Iga and Kōga shinobi, Ieyasu and just 30 loyal men began a harrowing escape through the mountains. They moved silently, evading patrols and traps for 3 days and nights. 21 The mission succeeded. Ieyasu returned home alive. He never forgot the debt he owed to the ninja. 22 years later, as shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate, Ieyasu officially employed ninja forces. The Iga and Kōga groups became government operatives, working in silence to protect the shogun and the realm. The age of war had ended. Peace reigned under the Tokugawa shogunate, and for ninja, that meant the end of the battlefield. No wars, no missions, no need for men who lived in the dark. But the ninja didn't vanish, they adapted. Iga ninjas became Iga Gumi Shin, a special police unit working under the shogunate. Kōga ninjas joined as Koga Gumi, guarding the hidden gates of Edo Castle and handling intelligence and surveillance. Others used their knowledge to forge new paths. Koga shinobi, with their deep understanding of herbs and medicine, became pharmacists and traveling healers. Iga shinobi often received samurai status and became retainers under trusted daimyo families. Yet, most of them never spoke of their past. To be a shinobi was to be nameless. That was the pride and the curse of their profession. But history had one more twist in store. In the late 1800s, as Japan plunged into the turmoil of the Bakumatsu era, the blood of the ninja stirred once more. The descendants of Koga formed the Koga-tai, joining the Ani shogunate forces. They used night raids, ambushes, and battlefield deception echoes of their ancient arts. Meanwhile, Iga descendants reportedly infiltrated foreign ships and spied for the Tokugawa government. Ninjutsu had faded, but the ninja mindset survived. Move silently, watch closely, understand the flow of power. In the modern world, this translates to strategy, awareness, and adaptability. Today, both Iga and Koga honor their ninja heritage. The Iga Ninja Museum in Mai and the Koga Ninja Village in Shiga preserve history, host demonstrations, and educate visitors from around the world. Some families still pass down scrolls, tools, and secret techniques. Names like Hattori, Momoki, and Fujibayashi are respected and recognized as true descendants of shinobi. But above all, we must remember, ninjas were not just warriors. They were survivors, scholars, spies, and masters of a world that no longer exists. Even now, their legacy lives on in silence, in shadow, and in the stories we continue to tell.